Is that the intro?
Yeah. The Last Airbender chronicles the story from season 1 of the show Avatar: The Last Airbender. Follows the adventures of Aang, Ong, Katara, and Sokka as they travel through the lands, try to teach this kid how to bend some water.
Yeah. Basically, Mike here has seen the show and this movie before.
I love the show.
Yes.
I even love Legend of Korra.
I don't know anything about anything. So this was my first introduction to it, and I felt like that might be the interesting aspect about this. Get two different perspectives.
So much wasted potential, and I know I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said before, but it's just like you have the material here. Now, granted, you cram a whole season of stuff into one movie. Shit will get cut out. That's understandable. Just cut out the right parts, and it just the acting and just. Y'all know if you've seen the movie before, then you know. And it's just these aren't how the characters were in the show. There's more charisma, it's more more passion. Here they look like they're being told how to act while the camera's rolling. Sometimes it's just not good.
It definitely feels like there was a lot of constraint in this project. Mm-hmm. Constraint that nobody really could pull off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is sad. I would say, like, when we were watching it, the thing that made me laugh and made me realize, oh, okay, this is the problem, was you heard me laughing at it. It's like when five guys this dance.
The dumbest scene.
And then, like, you see this rock just, like, pass the camera. Because there's, like, five guys
it's the dumbest thing.
One rock.
One guy could build up a wall, but it takes five guys to...
Just this little tiny fucking rock.
Wow!
Yeah.
What a horrible bending world that is. No wonder the Earth Kingdom got defeated.
It
probably could have used a bigger budget and honestly a different director. No offense, Shyamalan, because there just needs to be more charisma and not so much lull and long, drawn out sequences. Just boom, boom, boom. It's supposed to be a fun movie. I didn't have fun.
Yeah, no, I'll admit the same. Just from watching it, it's clear that they had the ambition for a big, epic, project.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Clearly from the get-go, I said when we were watching it, the movie starts off with a slide that says, like, book 1, because they were clearly aiming to make more of these films.
Oh, yeah. They were.
They were going for that epic saga, but it doesn't hit that. It doesn't. It's just, like, it really falls short. It doesn't feel like an epic production when you're watching it. It kind of just feels like, as silly as it may sound, like one of those old, low-budget 90s films that they try to, push out. It feels like that, even though it was released, obviously, way later.
If you take the knowledge of the show aside, it's like a movie, but when you have that knowledge, it almost seems like, I don't want to say an offense, but at the same time, it's just not, it's injustice. To be honest. Maybe they could have split up the movie, book 1, part 2. Something like that. Concentrate on a better story rather than just crank. Because, no fault of Shyamalan, it's a lot of story to compile. It's the whole season, like I said, into less than 2 hours. I feel like if the movie was longer, maybe, and because it's, according to the screen, 1 hour, 44 minutes. If it was maybe longer, had a bigger budget and different director, I feel like it could have done a lot better.
Well, see, that's the one thing that bums me about this movie is when I was watching it, he had a lot of passion in making this. This is what kind of sad. You can tell from the way he's doing some things, like, there's a lot of one-shot choreographed scenes in this, where he just, like, over the course of, like, a minute will have just one shot and a bunch of things happening. It's
that's
like...
True.
Directors won't do that unless they're really into this idea. And you can tell he's doing that. He's like, it's going to be so cool. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. You can tell just from how he's setting these things up that he's actually passionate about this material. Just he doesn't pull it off. And it's really... It is making me at least want to watch the show quite a bit because there's a really good story buried in there. There's a really good story, like lore-wise.
I love the show.
It's kind of sad because you can tell he just wanted to translate that to the big screen and he just I don't know if it was a budget or what, or if it was just having to deal with the actors, because let's be honest, it's a majority child cast.
But to be fair, it's Shyamalan directing.
He does some good stuff. He does.
Yeah, but he tells a lot of good actors to do bad acting.
He does, yeah.
This movie, this idea is not Shyamalan's style, you know, or what he's both what he's known for and good at. You know, you can be good at some things and be horrible at others. You know, I'm not saying he's a bad director. He's had some great hits. I'm a fan. It's just this is too much of an upbeat idea, and it's just not this styles clashing. Don't work.
It's a bummer. That's all. It's not good. It's not one of those I hate it so much movies a lot of people know, but it's definitely not.
I just feel like it's hurting my feelings watching it.
It's like this movie's personally attacking you.
Really?
I know you loved me before.
Well, I'm still trying. Five people moving one rock. No! Oh, it hurts my heart so much.
Why don't you love me like me now? You can't love me at my best. You can't love me at my worst.
I've been trying so hard. I've been here from the beginning.
What would you say if they released the second one? You could clearly tell they wanted to.
Oh, I'd watch it. Well, just because like you hope they do better, you know. And plus, I'm a whore for live action remakes. I'm gonna watch them just so I can pass my judgment on them.
Heads, tails. I'm kidding. Tails.
I can't tell in the shadow. Oh no, it's tails.
Tails. It could have been a heads, but I mean, watch it if you like cheesy dumb flicks. Still not good.
Let me turn off the recording. I honestly want to live stream the show and have us watching it.
We can't do that.
You can't do that?
No, that's very illegal.
No, what if we just put the camera on us?
I mean, how are we gonna listen to it then?
Earphones. just back. Wow! I don't know if you guys can tell, but holy moly, I was not expecting that. Did you see that?
Just us being on a couch.
Wow!